The Atlanta Falcons defense has been under scrutiny for years, and recently former Falcons outside linebacker Matthew Judon opened up about his frustrations with the team's defensive approach. In a recent interview, Judon didn't hold back when discussing his time with the Falcons and his experiences under defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake. During the interview, Judon expressed his dissatisfaction, highlighting how his usage within Lake's defensive system led to a significant dip in his performance. Reflecting on his time with the Falcons, Judon remarked, "Hell no, it wasn't bad. Look, if you go look at the film, I dropped in coverage 60% of the time. It's hard to get a pick and a sack on the same player." This statement captured the core of his frustration, being forced into coverage rather than being unleashed as a pass rusher. It's a point that resonates with many Falcons fans who watch Judon struggle to replicate the success he had with the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Judon's role change under Lake's scheme seemed counterintuitive, given his reputation as a relentless edge rusher. Instead of pinning his ears back and attacking the quarterback, Judon found himself in coverage more often than not, a move that limited his ability to make impactful plays. The numbers tell the story. Judon played 655 snaps last season, but instead of racking up sacks, he was frequently seen dropping into coverage. The result? A lackluster season statistically, with just 5.5 sacks and 41 tackles, a significant drop from his previous performances. It wasn't the Judon that NFL fans had come to expect. The frustration isn't just Judon's. Fans and analysts alike have pointed out that Lake's defensive scheme was flawed from the start. The Falcons ranked near the bottom of the league in sacks for the sixth time in 7 years, and Judon's regression highlighted the systemic issues within the team's approach. When Lake briefly lost control of the scheme mid-season, the defense improved, only to collapse again once he resumed play calling. Judon's candid remarks shed light on a deeper issue. The Falcons struggle to maximize their talent on defense. As the team moves forward, it's essential to learn from these mistakes and develop a system that plays to the strengths of its key players. If the Falcons hope to turn the corner defensively, they'll need to rethink how they utilize their top playmakers. Matthew Judon's frustration with his role in Atlanta becomes even clearer when you break down the numbers. He played 655 snaps last season, but the way those snaps were allocated left him in a less impactful role. Judon rushed the passer on just half of those snaps. On 240 of them, about 36.6%, he played run defense. That leaves 87 snaps, or roughly 13.3%, where he neither rushed the passer nor defended the run, essentially just standing there, unable to make a difference. This misuse highlights a fundamental flaw in the Falcons' defensive scheme under Jimmy Lake. If you're deploying a proven pass rusher like Judon primarily in coverage or as a non-factor, you're not playing to his strengths. It's a strategic blunder, and the numbers back up Judon's sentiment. Rookie edge rusher Arnold Ebiketie recorded 6.5 sacks, but even his potential seemed stifled by the lack of a coherent scheme. You draft a guy in the 3rd round and then fail to maximize his skills? That's on the coaching staff. Veteran coaches like Raheem Morris and Jerry Gray should have known better. Injuries and missed opportunities. In fairness, the Falcons were also plagued by injuries, which may have played a role in Judon's unusual usage. Nate Landman and Troy Anderson, 2 key players, missed significant time, forcing the team to adjust. Even D'Angelo Malone, another promising player, didn't have enough chances to showcase his abilities. But still, the core problem remained, a lack of clarity on how to use Judon effectively. Moving on, a new era ahead. When asked whether he sees himself returning to Atlanta, Judon was realistic. Probably not unless injuries force the Falcons' hand. The team is moving in a different direction, focusing on youth and speed, and Judon recognizes that reality. The chemistry between defensive coaches Jeff Ulbrich and Raheem Morris, who worked together on Dan Quinn's staff, will be a crucial factor moving forward. This season is pivotal for the Falcons' defense. They've laid the foundation with key pieces on both sides of the ball, and it's up to the coaching staff to finally unlock the potential that's been simmering for years. The pressure is on Raheem Morris to craft a defensive identity that maximizes the talent at his disposal. General Manager Terry Fontenot has done his part. He's put together a roster brimming with talent, giving Raheem Morris and his coaching staff every opportunity to turn things around. The question now is whether they can capitalize on it. With the right approach, the Falcons have the potential not just to make the playoffs, but to win the division. The pieces are in place. It's all about execution. Judon's reality check. Was he right? Matthew Judon's criticisms aren't without merit. Falcons fans have seen it too. A player with proven pass-rushing ability being misused in a system that didn't suit his strengths. It's understandable why Judon feels slighted. Atlanta essentially wasted a third-round pick by not utilizing his skills properly. It's frustrating for Judon, for fans, and for anyone who knows his potential. A new season, a new hope. As the NFL season creeps closer, anticipation is building. The Falcons have a lot to prove, and the coaching staff is under pressure to make the most of the talent on the roster. If they can unlock the potential of players like Judon, they'll be in a position to surprise the league. The clock is ticking, and the time for excuses is over. It's time for the Falcons to fly. Stay tuned. This season could be a turning point.